Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to be in Warsaw, and I hope that you're going to enjoy the next 20 minutes. I don't know whether I have good news for you or not. You'll see. I guess most of you have some kind of mobile app in their pocket. Do you? Yes. Let's see whether they are best friends or enemies. Okay, I just want to start with some kind of question, what friends should or shouldn't do. Please don't take it too serious. It's just, I don't want to get sociological or even philosophical. I just want to have some kind of framework for my presentation, and so to get a very close view on it, and so to make it very concrete. So, what friends should or shouldn't do. What friends are supposed to do is at first that friends hopefully take part in our everyday life. Yeah? So even if you don't see them for a while, they try to catch up and they try to be a part of your life. You know, if you're going to ring them up, or so tell me what happened to you. So they try to be a part of your everyday life. Friends support us. Yeah? They support us with information, and I don't want to be too idealistic, but in a way I would say, if you'll need me, I'll be there. So that's a friend. Friends, of course, can be considered trustworthy. Yeah? Considered trustworthy. That means that I can really care. Yeah? Everything is okay, and the next thing, it's really connected. They keep personal information secret. Of course, if I'm telling a friend something which is very important for me, he should keep it secret, shouldn't he? There's a second part of it, what friends are not supposed to do. Yeah? Friends hopefully do not keep us under surveillance, of course. Yeah? We don't want to be treated like someone who's suspicious, and we don't want to be kept under surveillance. Friends hopefully do not hide important information from us. If there's something we should know, I think a friend should tell me. And, of course, friends shouldn't share personal information from me with others. Of course not. If I'm telling a friend something, he should keep it secret, of course. So, let's take a look. So this is a framework. Just take a look on mobile apps, whether they are best friends or enemies. And I want to start with a best friends perspective. All right. I guess the easiest way to show you the positive sides of mobile apps is to take a look back into the past 2 days ago when I came here to Warsaw, and I just want to show you how my mobile apps supported me. Okay, at first we took the train to get from our company to Frankfurt Airport, and that was the first time I grabbed my smartphone and I started this application from the Deutsche Bahn, the biggest German railway company, and I just entered the connection. I just searched which track the train is going to depart and whether it is delayed or not. If there's a delay of 5 minutes, I can see it almost in real time on my smartphone. Then we arrived at Frankfurt Airport, and you have to check in there, and I need this check-in code, and I have sent it to me via email. I have this Google Mail application, and I just take a look at it, okay, find the code, enter the code at the ticket machine, and then I really got my boarding pass. This is, in a way, a bit old-fashioned, yes? Some of you already use mobile tickets, which are on their smartphones, but I'm always a bit worried about batteries that come to a dead end, and therefore I prefer sometimes a piece of paper. The next thing is it's really had become some kind of tradition. If we're going to a conference or to an InSafe training meeting, I just try to post it on Facebook, up on my way to Warsaw, and I'm really waiting for a response from the EU network. People say, yes, I like this, looking forward to seeing you. And this has really become some kind of lovely tradition. Okay, within the flight you have to turn on your mobile phone. I did it, yes, I put it to the flight mode. I don't want to get crashed. And But I started my Kindle ebook reader, yeah? And I took the time for about an hour, just read some text, make some notes, yeah? And suddenly, there's something happening. Okay. We arrived in Warsaw, we got in the hotel, and in the evening we went out to meet in a restaurant, and I used this WhatsApp application, yeah, to tell Peter, hey, we'll meet at the lobby in 15 minutes, please join us, come on, to exchange latest informations. And when we were in Warsaw, we just took our smartphones and used our Google Maps application. It's great. I did something for you. Yeah, so just always Google. Sorry, and just try to find our way in Warsaw. So, just a very brief look on the positive side, because I think most of you know, quite a lot of you are using smartphones that way. Let's take a look. Let me say at the dark side of the force. Mobile apps as enemies in my pockets. And this is a bit, I think it's a more hidden phenomenon. At first, what's the problem about mobile phones and a problem about collecting data? Smartphones merge together so many different services. And a few years ago, a telephone was just a telephone, yeah? Okay, perhaps you can send an SMS, but you can use it to phone someone. Yeah? Now you have a telephone, you have an address book, there's a calendar on your smartphone, you have a notebook making some notes, there's a camera or even a video camera on it. Quite a lot of you have personal files on your smartphones. You're using services like Dropbox, and you're collecting your data in the cloud, and they are always just sent to your smartphone. And your smartphone even got a GPS receiver, yeah? So that there could be delivered location-based information to you. So in general, and to sum up this, I would like to say the smartphone, in addition of the information, the provider of the operating system, your telephone provider, and the apps on your smartphone, if we could merge together these informations, a smartphone is really the perfect spy in your pocket. Yeah? So I just want to tell you about a little study that was conducted in June of 2012. It was under the headline Under Surveillance, and it was from a company, Stiftung Warentest in Germany. It's a consumer, they are just, their main responsibility is to test products. And what they tested was, they tested apps. And this was a little bit complicated because they really had to arrange quite a lot of technical stuff to take a deep view into what apps are doing. And they tested 63 different apps, and so those are the results of their testings. 9 of those 63 apps transferred personal data without encryption or without any other kind of protection to external servers. So that means that if you're using those apps, yeah, your personal information is like as it is written on a postcard and sent to anywhere. The next thing, what was important is that 28 of 63 apps collected data which were not needed for offering the intended service. Yeah? So those apps were collecting more data than they really needed, and only 26 apps collected just the data they need to offer the intended service. I just want to give you a concrete example of this. An app which has critical permissions. I guess most of you know these QR codes, those quick response codes. It's just some kind of little image, and if you're going to read it with a QR code reader, yeah, it could be some text or an address or a hyperlink or perhaps something like that. And you need a reader to get this QR code interpreted on your smartphone. And there's a very popular app in the Google Play Store and even, of course, in the iTunes Store. It's called QR Droid. Here you can see it has been downloaded more than 10 million times, so it's popular. And one advantage of this Google Play Store is that you can see the permissions an app is asking for before you are going to install it. And I just take a look on the permissions of this app. And what you see is this QR code reader is asking for your allowance to take pictures and videos, which is quite understandable because you need it. You need the camera of your smartphone to read the QR code. It needs full internet access, of course. It has to use the database of the service provider. The next thing is really a little bit strange. This QR Droid wants to read your browser's history, your bookmarks, and you want to read your whole contact data. So why? Why should a QR reader application should access such information? And there are things that are even worse. Applications which are able to use your telephone to make calls, even to call service numbers which can cost you quite a lot of money. I just want to make a little exercise. It's already late. I guess some of you are already a little bit tired, and I want to activate you a little bit. I want to check with you together how it works to check the permissions for the apps. Unfortunately, I just could show it to you on an Android telephone. So everyone who has an Android smartphone, please get it out of your pocket and try to get with me through the different steps here. Okay, come on. So few with an Android smartphone, I don't believe. Everyone is using, okay, so you're with me. At first, just search for the settings, for the general settings. I think most of you know where you can find them. The second step is that you're searching for the applications in the menu. Get it? Okay, if you don't say anything, I think this is yes. The next step is you have to search for this Manage Application option in the menu. And what you get now is a list of applications installed on your mobile phone. And it doesn't matter what you are choosing now. Choose whatever you like. If you're going to choose an application and you're scrolling down, at the very end of this page, I choose Wikipedia, you find the permissions. Yeah? So you can always check what permissions your apps have on an Android system. Wikipedia is asking for your location, so it wants to provide location-based services. It has want to write to the storage and has, of course, full internet access. If you have an iPhone, things are a little bit more complicated because it really depends on the operating system which runs on your iPhone. A few years ago, it was nearly impossible for someone who was not a specialist to get information on apps and what kind of data they are collecting. If you have iOS 4 or later versions, you are asked if there are some kind of critical permissions, for example, location information. So you first have to allow it. And iOS 6 is really going to be a breakthrough because with iOS 6, the user will get quite a lot of control about the permissions of apps on the iPhone. All right, next example, critical apps with regard to privacy. I just want to point out WhatsApp, a very, very popular app, more than 15 million downloads just in the Google Play Store, and it's running on iPhones, on Nokia smartphones, on Windows phones, and there are more than 1 billion messages per day sent throughout this service. Unfortunately, those messages were transferred unencrypted for months and for years. Each message was transferred unencrypted, and this was fixed by update a few months ago. Unfortunately, this encryption was cracked a few days ago. Perhaps someone of you read in the newspapers, there were quite a lot of articles about it. So it's almost the same if you're using WhatsApp, and especially when you're using it in a Wi-Fi without encryption, it's like sending postcards. And WhatsApp was criticized because it was copying your phone numbers and parts of your address book to external servers. And that's something, this copying of personal data, what quite a lot of apps are doing. I could make this lovely screenshot a few days ago, and I just put it to the presentation because it was perfect. I had to reinstall my Twitter application on my smartphone, and after reinstalling it, it asked me, "We will securely upload your contacts to help you find friends and suggest users to follow on Twitter. Do you want that or not?" And I said, "No, thank you." Another very interesting example is something what happened to me a few days ago. I was on Facebook on my desktop PC, not on my smartphone. I was on Facebook, and I saw some pictures, and Facebook told me, I have to translate it because, of course, this is in German. "This photo looks like it was taken in Frankenthal. Is it correct?" And I said, "How do they know?" Yes, this photo was taken in Frankenthal, but how do they know? I didn't told them. And okay, then I realized, yes, I took these photos with my smartphone, and smartphones with a GPS locator, sometimes, not in every case, just putting GPS information into the so-called EXIF, the exchangeable image file formats, which are in these photos, and someone who knows how could extract this GPS information. This became popular, I think, 1 year ago because an American moderator of a late-night show, very popular, he loaded up a photo on his blog, and he was walking with his dog each Sunday, and he said, "Oh, what a lovely place, my dog and me, we are visiting this place each Sunday." Yeah? And next Sunday, there were around 200 people waiting for him, yeah, because someone in a blog, he found out that there was the GPS information in this photo, and he put it in a forum, and 200 of his fans were waiting for him. Yeah. So, just to sum up, enemies, best friends are. Yes, mobile apps do take part in our everyday life. I think that's for sure. They support us with quite a lot of fascinating, interesting, and very, very good services. Can they be considered trustworthy? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It really depends on your literacy, on your media literacy, and on your knowledge. If you are able to take a look into your Android or into your iPhone, and you know that perhaps yes, but perhaps not. Do they keep personal information secret? Yes, sometimes, maybe. It really depends on what kind of apps you are using, whether you are taking care of your apps. Do they keep us under surveillance? Yes, they do. Some of them do so. And do they hide important information from us? Yes, some of these applications do. Some of those applications even collect data if they are inactive. Yeah? If you don't run them, they are always collecting information about you. And some of them even share personal information because they are unencrypted or unprotected. So, what can we do about mobile apps? We can use them to raise awareness on mobile apps and on privacy. I just want to give two very brief and very easy examples. ClickSafe published an iPhone app in 2008, and so we're just trying to get information concerning privacy, concerning social network and whatever on your iPhone. And at present, we're going to launch a mobile version of the ClickSafe website, which should fit the needs of users of iPhones, Android systems, Nokia smartphones, so that everyone is going to get the information. I just want to come to an end, and I was with some kind of little story for you, and I just want to think about some kind of future trend, and I want to tell you a story. So I'm going to I'm going for a walk through Warsaw, and I have this smartphone in my pocket, and suddenly there's an alert, and the window is going to open up on the smartphone, and the smartphone says, "Oh, so far I know from your food spotting app you use, you do like Italian restaurants. And there's a very well-recommended Italian restaurant 200 meters just in front of you." A few seconds ago, my smartphone is going to give me a second alert. "Oh, so far I know, 2 of your Facebook friends already checked in there. They are just eating in this restaurant and waiting for you. It's Stephanie and it's Agnieszka. They are waiting for you." And on the next step, my smartphone is offering me the possibility to just send a Twitter message, and this Twitter message will send to the whole world, and of course as direct messages direct to Stephanie and to Agnieszka, to inform them that I'm going to join them very, very soon. I don't know whether you consider this as a dream or as a nightmare. I would leave the decision to you, but so far, thank you for your attention.
Proszę Państwa, pytania.
Questions. We have time for at least one question. I take it you're all overwhelmed by what you've heard. You're still trying to figure out whether this is good or bad. Yes, the gentleman has a question here. Just one question. Based on your experience, are paid apps safer than free apps? Apps you have to pay for, are they safer?
Well, yes, but it's you can't be sure. In this test of this Stiftung Warentest of the 63 apps, there were quite a lot of apps which you have to pay for if you're using an iPhone especially, and there were some of those apps which were even critical.
Dziękuję bardzo.